summer I applied to vet school, I was working 2 veterinary jobs, applying to vet school, and writing my honors thesis all at once. And most people don't do that.
I'm going to throw it to the girl that has fully consumed all of the Kool-Aid.
I don't know.
I think you figured out how to brew it here, because I've been there. I've been in those shoes. I am currently in those shoes. But I am curious because, when you were on here with Bree,
I'd only been here, I literally...
It was like 2 days.
I'd worked 2 days.
Yeah.
And
you were like, I am so inspired by Carlo and what I think is happening here, that it's like, well, it's kind of similar to you, Amy, where it's like, I just got to go and see if this is all a farce or not. Mm-hmm. And now you've been doing this for 2 months. Pretty heavily. I mean, I think you've put in more hours than anybody else that works here in the last 2 months, which is pretty impressive.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Because 1 week, Amy, you were on vacation, and I full send. Full send. My paycheck, the time clock, I had 120 hours in 2 weeks. And I was and I'm doing good.
I'm curious, because I'm a big believer in work-life balance is set by the individual. Did that feel overwhelming?
No.
So tell me about that.
Not even
Why?
A little bit. And it shocks me because I've worked, when I was the summer I applied to vet school, I was working 2 veterinary jobs, applying to vet school, and writing my honors thesis all at once. And most people don't do that. Mm-hmm. Most people are you're stupid. And I was exhausted that summer, and I was working 60 hours a week and not enjoying it. It was hard, and I was coming home and just sleeping. Mm-hmm. That was my life, was work, writing my thesis, and applying to vet school.
Yep. And
then I come here, and it's so different. You want to come in? Sure, pick up some shifts, or we have openings, you want to do stuff for PAWCasts? Absolutely, do that too. Mm-hmm. And those weeks where I have those crazy hours, I'm not exhausted. Mm-hmm. Because I'm enjoying it, because it's keeping my mind busy. It's not mindless tasks.
Right.
I am fulfilled mm-hmm. when I'm doing it.
And to go along with that, it is fulfilling at a position that is of a lower skill set than you're getting into, mm-hmm. right? Because you've been mm-hmm. working at the medical support staff level, which is, not that there's a hierarchy, but there is a level of skill set, right?
Yeah.
And at that level, it's been good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I think you've also been able to have a few days.
Yeah. I had 2 doctor days, as I called them, and I texted Carlo and I was like, "So can this be a thing?" And he was like, Why are you asking?
Just show up.
Yes, absolutely. I think he even put eternal growth mindset in that text message somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And so I came in, and I loved it. That was fantastic. I learned so much. I followed him for a whole 12-hour shift, and then the next day I came in, and then Katie was doing a dental where we removed 35 teeth, which is, for reference, that's all of them, but 2. Yeah. In that dog. And he had literally 2 teeth left. And I learned so much. And then to apply the interpersonal relationships that I've made this summer. Mm-hmm. And then still I've felt stuck in other jobs mm-hmm. where it's okay, you are our veterinary assistant, you are our receptionist. Mm. You don't stay in your place. And here nobody even blinked when I was here for 2 days doing doctor things, going in on consultations, doing looking at diagnostics. They were oh yeah, do you understand what's happening here? Can you explain it to me? That to me is so much more valuable. Mm-hmm. I have not had places that have done that in the past mm-hmm. where you can make it what you need it to be, and mm-hmm. you can, and it's that eternal growth mindset, mm-hmm. and it's amazing, because that's what I feel I've needed. Is I need a position that can grow and can change with my growing skill set. Because I mean, I came here, I could draw blood, I could place catheters, I could do like our preliminary technician thing. But let me tell you, my like jugular, which is like drawing blood from like the neck, like it was mediocre. You know, I could probably hit it like 2 out of every 3 patients. Sometimes it took me a little bit longer, like no problem. Yesterday, like Brooder was like, hey, they're having trouble in Fleb. Will you go help them? Like,
right.
Oh my goodness, I'm the person giving help.
Right.
Like, I trained one of our new staff how to place a catheter because I've become so much more proficient because I talked to the technicians and I was like, I want to work on that. Like, I know as a doctor, those aren't going to be skills necessarily that I have to put to use every day. I'm going to have team members supporting me. But they were like, okay, like, we're going to work on it. You're going to get better. And I did. Like, those skills have grown more in the last 2 months than they did in the previous 5 years.
Right.
Like,
it's amazing what opportunity you'll do for you, isn't it?
Right, yeah, right. So saying that I could be exhausted after working 60 plus hours in a week, like, yes, physically my body's like, could we not stand anymore? Like, I would really like it if you sat down.
Right.
But like, I can go home and I can listen to PAWCasts and I can read and I can go on walks. Like, I feel like there's energy still left to do other things.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the PAWCast Veterinary Podcast. If you are interested in watching this full episode, you can go ahead and find that right here. And if you're ready to be the force of change in veterinary medicine, go ahead and click subscribe right here to learn more. Thanks.